Fourth and final meeting of the year between the Golden State Warriors. This particular group, they just lost for the Phoenix, Arizona. It is the Suns shotgun as Ryan Dunn goes with the long snap. And Bradley Beal gets the offense going, ends up in Booker's hands, and that comes up short. Podziemski with
in terms of rebounding, Podziemski, Draymond, Jimmy Butler, they are great positional rebounders. And when you think about how the game is played, Podziemski there with the force, but able to find the bottom of the net. But they be bigger, and you have to play in so much more space. It really creates more opportunities for your perimeter players to rebound the basketball.
Bradley Beal guarded by Curry, lost his footing for a moment. Suns have lost 5 straight. They had a rough road trip. Lost in New York Sunday at Madison Square Garden. Corner 3 is an air ball. Green is there for the board. Here come the Warriors. Warriors have won 5 of 6. They've won 14 of their last 18. And Butler has made
about it. That trio of Curry, Green, and Butler may have the highest collective basketball IQ in the league.
Warriors have been able to close games now. They were riding about 500 in clutch games throughout the year.
They can react as well as anybody in the game right now collectively.
Devin Booker, a flurry of moves, able to lay it in. And the Suns are on the board behind their all-time leading Devin Booker, who went for 40 against the Knicks on Sunday. 40 points in 40 minutes in a losing cause. Draymond Green fouled on his...
out there, so if you're patient, you can have success in the paint.
Draymond Green, first of 2 at the line. 6th was the Jimmy Butler trade. Golden State lost that night to the Lakers. They were a game under 500, 16 games behind Oklahoma City. But since then, a 21-6 record as Bradley Beal sticks the landing on a 3. Right back come the Warriors. Moody in the corner. That's his spot over there. Booker against Curry. Runs into the double team. 2 to shoot. Royce O'Neal knocks down a 3.
Really good offense there. And ball move. Last possession, you can see some of the issues for the Suns. They get a live ball turnover as Moody's able to knock down that corner 3. And yet, because of the
3-headed monster that they were counting on, and they've sold a lot of tickets here. It's a great fan base supporting this team. Got off to a good start, but you could see the holes in their roster to support their 3 stars, especially as they dealt with injuries with each of those guys at some point.
Yeah, and as phenomenal a talent as Bradley Beal is, trying to integrate, because he and Booker in a lot of ways have played the same position and feature a similar skill set.
They had won 4 in a row, and then they dropped 5 in a row. They were actually inside the play-in just a couple of weeks ago, but a rough road trip. And 5 straight losses has it on the outside looking in. Curry doing some dancing and able to bury the 3.
How about the 2-man action there?
On Sunday, he has been on a great scoring run for Golden State. That was a shocking stat line. And if you watch that game, Curry is 1 for 10 from the field, 1 of 8 from 3-point range.
Who are a terrific defensive team. But part of the issue as you get older is it's not that your ceilings aren't as high as Kuminga able to get the deuce there. It's that your floor is lower.
It doesn't make sense. He did pass Reggie Miller on the all-time scoring list, however. Late clock once again. Beal's got it, drives on Buddy Hield, and scores that little runner.
That was just again, but wait, they're starting in the half court to create looks.
Stops a 9-0 Warriors run, and Stephen Curry right back at it. There'll be no 3-point game here tonight. Run here for Golden State, and they lead it by 9. I think if you're Steve Kerr and the Warriors, you want to take every ounce of kick how he was going to come out of it. But Steve Kerr made a point earlier that, Mike Dunleavy played with Jimmy Butler. He kind of had an idea what this could, that the Warriors thought it would. Curry on the steal. Suns turn it over. Buddy Hield trapped, and Draymond Green, and it's blocked by O'Neal. And we welcome you, PHX Arena in Phoenix. Brian Anderson with Greg Anthony and Lauren Jabara. Nixon Cellar in Phoenix. The Warriors already up 10. They used a 9-0 run. The Jimmy Butler effect is real. And Jimmy Butler, Stephen Curry and the Warriors, GA, they've won 5 of their last 6 games, and they believe they can beat anybody now, and they're trying to play their way inside the top 6.
And they should believe it with how they played, and then defensively they've been at a different level. If that had gone in, that wouldn't have been fair. That was Steph trying to draw a foul there.
Colin Gillespie turns it over.
And Warriors with possession.
Phoenix, no more challenges the rest of the game. Another turnover for Phoenix. And Curry working on Gillespie. Little floater, no good, but he gets his own putback. Curry always active, net and in. Curry's got 9 points after scoring just 3 against the Rockets on Sunday as Oso Ighodaro scores it. The rookie out of Mark Ighodaro. Curry being hounded by Gillespie. Keeps the dribble, finds some open space, and a mid-range jumper is good.
Okay, if you're Gillespie, though, you'd almost not have to deal with all the misdirection and the screens.
Does his best work when he's off the ball, right? Gillespie misses a 3. He's Santos with the rebound. His first minutes on the floor, running with Looney. Warriors start small, but now their big lineup out there with Kuminga and Looney. And that one hits the backboard. Up ahead to Booker, coming off a 40-point game against the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. Off the glass and good in 10 games after they had won 4 in a row. Just came off a tough road trip with 4 games to go. Wow, Curry, he is on one tonight. It was a 3-pointer at the end of the first half, and that was it. 3 points on Sunday. It is a totally different story here tonight.
And it's demoralizing. Fade away.
Curry's got 2 threes, 4 away from 300 again this year. It would be the 6th occasion that firing tonight.
Yeah, how about having a 4-game stretch where you score 3 points and still average 34? Yeah. that's amazing. And you give Houston a lot of credit defensively, but the reality is at this level, nobody's stopping the truly great ones unless they're a little off in a scenario like that.
Podziemski lines up a 3 from the wing. He has been red hot. Brandon Podziemski, 19 against Houston. He's shooting over 50% from 3-point range since he's come back from injury. This is his 10th game back. Devin Booker. They switch it. Now Looney's on him. Late clock. Suns have been late in the clock quite often here in this first half.